Welcome, sweet friends, to the channel Frugal Money Saver. My name is Emmy. My husband is Paul. We're so happy you joined us today. Today's video, we are going to talk about 12 habits we really want to encourage you to stop doing if you're doing them, if you want to save money. Now, these are not the normal 12, make your coffee at home or bring your lunch to work. These are pretty different. We're also going to get into the kitchen and take a very humble meal and elevate it so that it is company worthy. And then at the end of the video, we're going to just share a little experience that we went on with our family. We had given a gift to our son for his birthday last April, and we just got to go on our little experience the other day. We want to share that with you as well. So grab some paper and pencil, and let's get to these 12 habits that we encourage you to stop doing so that you can save hundreds of dollars. As we begin our list, some of these will apply to you and maybe some of them won't. But I guarantee you're going to have a couple that you're going to be like, sounds familiar. So let's start with number 1. We encourage you to not be an ATM for your family and friends for their wants. We are not talking about a need that a family or friend may have, medical or an emergency, something like that. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about people who habitually may ask you for money for their wants because they have gone over their budget. We really have to be careful that we set up healthy boundaries. So just try to set up some really good boundaries when it comes to that. Number 2 is we don't want to get into the habit of empowering people who encourage us to spend money. They may be friends, they may be relatives, but these are people who encourage you to spend when you may be setting limits saying, I don't want to do that, or I don't want to spend money on that. Not that these are bad people or anything like that, but they may not understand your budget. They may not understand that you're saving for something. This activity or item they want you to buy is not a priority in your life. We really have to be careful about not encouraging others to tell us how to spend our money or when to spend our money. The amount of money we can save by saying, no, I don't want to do that, or no, I don't want to buy that, is staggering. If they are true friends, believe me, they will understand and appreciate your honesty. Number 3, this one applies to me at times. We've got to learn to cook the correct amount of food for our family so that we're not eating leftovers for 3 or 4 days or tossing food. Maybe it is my Italian heritage, but I always tend to cook way more food than we need, even for holidays. And we're constantly freezing it and putting away. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. If you do cook too much, get it right into the freezer so that you can eat it down the line. But we have to get into the habit of not cooking more than we need. And a great way to save money is to make food your family will eat with nice, fresh ingredients. Number 5, you want to save money? Don't ever be too embarrassed or too, I hate this word, lazy to return something that is not up to your satisfaction. And this can even go as far as a meal you are served at a restaurant. You go to a restaurant, it's a celebration dinner, you order a steak medium, and it comes out completely well done. Never be embarrassed to say, I'm sorry, this is not what I ordered. Because ultimately, you are paying for that, and probably really good money. And to eat something that you are not happy with or that you didn't order, it's really just a waste of money. And it also pertains to things that you order through the mail. You get something you ordered and it is not up to your specifications of what you wanted, or it doesn't fit right. Please, please send it back. Get your money back. Don't be either embarrassed or too complacent to get what you paid for. Number 6 is breaking the habit of trying to spend money to impress people. It will never work. I promise you that. No matter how hard you try, if you are trying to impress people by buying things that you cannot afford, or you are not being true to yourself when you're buying items to impress others, it is going to be an epic fail. You're not only going to be out of money, but you're also going to be disappointed in yourself for what you've spent your money on. I am telling you, if people do not like you for who you are, then no amount of money is going to change that. Maybe temporarily, but in the long run, no way. Spending money to impress others, that fad is gone. It is a total waste of money. Number 7, never ever pay full price for something because you are too impatient to wait for it to go on sale, or to look for a good deal, or to clip those coupons. It doesn't matter what it is. Do not be impatient and impulse buy full price items. I mean, never impulse buy anything if you can help it, but paying full price on top of impulse buying, 2 negatives. You don't want to do that. Total waste of money. Everything we are talking about, if you avoid these pitfalls, you will have more money in your pocket for what is important to you, whether it be savings, whether it be paying down debt or paying your mortgage, a car payment, or just saving for a special occasion or something you really want. Following these tips we give you will definitely ensure that you will have more money in your pocket. Number 8 pertains to the holidays that are coming up. Do not spend money out of guilt or obligation. When the holidays come, people tend to go overboard, and they may want to bless you and go overboard with you. And that is a wonderful thing. If they have the funds and it's part of their budget, well, then enjoy the blessing. But please do not go over budget. Do not go into massive debt because you feel guilty that someone spent more on you than you were able to spend on them. Make the gift thoughtful, make it appropriate, wrap it beautifully, give a beautiful card, and your gift will be fully appreciated. So please remember, this is the upcoming holiday season comes around. We are not spending money on others out of guilt or obligation. Number 9, I don't ever want you to think that you are too good to shop at thrift stores or secondhand shops or tag sales. Do you know that many movie stars and Hollywood celebrities and people who have tons and tons of money shop at those type secondhand stores? They're not stupid. A lot of them are actually very frugal. The brand new items that you can find in thrift stores is amazing. So many times we feel, I don't want to do that, or, oh, it's beneath me to buy somebody else's discarded items. Are you kidding? No way. It is one of the best ways to shop, and you will be amazed at the amount of money you will save. So don't ever think you are too good for a secondhand store. Number 10. Never pay more than you have to for something. I am going to give an example of our bathroom mirror. We were at the flea market when we purchased it. It was marked $30. It was towards the end of the day. I figured, let me ask if they'll take 20. And they sure did. They took 20 and they were happy to take the 20. because they didn't have to cart the mirror home. Now, I'm not telling you to go into Walmart and argue with an associate about the price it's marked. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you have work done on your home. Ask if you can negotiate the price. If you pay cash, will the price be lower? Car dealerships is another one. Why look at a sticker price on a car and just accept that as the given? Negotiate a little. Can it come down? What can they throw in extra? Never pay more than you have to for something. Number 11, don't leave a bigger footprint on this planet than you have to. If you are not in the habit shutting electricity off, shutting your water off when you are not using it, you are leaving a bigger footprint on this planet and you are wasting money. Public transportation is something that I don't always talk a lot about on here because in our area we're a little rural. But if you have access to buses and trains and public transportation that costs a minimal amount of money, what a great way to travel. So many times we just think, okay, get in the car, go where we need to go. But public transportation, riding your bike safely. I know so many of you tell me that you ride your bike to and from places. Again, only if it is safe. I do not recommend it if it's not. These are all things to consider. Leaving a smaller footprint on this planet will definitely add up over time financially for you. Number 12, if you come in to extra cash through a raise, through a gift, through, God forbid, an inheritance, something like that, don't spend it immediately. Live like you did before you acquired the money. Put it away. Let it work for you. You have managed this far without that extra money. Let it grow and make even more money. Whether you want to put it into a CD or something like that. What you don't want to do is take that money and just start spending it, incorporating into a monthly budget for dinners out every week or frivolous spending. You did wonderful before you had that money. Remember that. Before that raise came through, you were making do. So try to continue making do, even though you got that raise, and do something you really need to do with that money, even if it's paying off some debt, or investing it, or whatever it is that's important to you. Don't just absorb it into your monthly budget and waste it. And as a bonus, number 13, this is from Paul. You know we sit and we do our videos together. And this one was his idea. He called it copycat spending. Seeing something that someone else owns, and because someone else has something that you don't, you need to go out and buy it immediately. If you do that, you need to look at where that's coming from. Why are you doing that? Because so often people will see something that somebody else has and covet it. I want that. They have that. Why don't I have it? They're enjoying it. I'm going to go out and buy it. If you don't have the money or it puts you into debt, copycat spending is a total waste. And you know what? I bet you're really not going to be happy or thrilled with it either, because it wasn't your idea in the beginning. It was someone else's idea to purchase that item. And then when you saw it, it was like, aha. It's like they were almost an advertisement for you. They were almost a commercial for you. So watch out for that copycat spending and you will have extra money in your pocket. Well, we hope these 12 do not do's were encouraging. We hope they were helpful. We're just looking for ways to cut back and to make sure we have more money in our pocket every month. And by following these simple, don't do that if you can help it, you will definitely come out ahead. Now we're going to make a delicious, easy meal that I don't think we always think of to serve as a dinner item, but we promise you, you will be impressed. So let's turn the camera around and get into the kitchen. We are at the stove right now, and we are going to create an elevated vegetable sandwich. I know I have zucchini. I know I have broccoli rabe. I know I have onions. I know I have red peppers. So let's just get to work. First thing I did was put some olive oil in a pan because we're gonna fry these veggies up. Putting in a very large clove of garlic that I actually cut in half, so I was able to get it through the press. We're just browning this super quickly. Don't want it to burn. I'm also gonna take a little red chili pepper, that in for flavor. I'm gonna add some red pepper that I had frozen in the freezer, and we're gonna saute this. Well, listen to that. I have a half of onion that was in the refrigerator, so I'm going to slice this up as well. And we just keep sauteing these. I had the heat on medium. I just went to medium low now. I'm going to add a little Italian herb seasoning. Now, as we are sauteing these vegetables, I'm just going to take a little bit of water and add that to the pan as well, carefully. And this just gets that wonderful flavor off the bottom of the pan. Now you can cover them briefly if you want to steam them for a minute. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stand here on medium-low heat and keep giving them a turn. Now I cut up one zucchini and I'm adding that as well. And we're going to just continue to saute. I put the zucchini in last because they're going to cook the quickest. And we don't want everything to be mush. So often we think of a sandwich as needing meat in it. And that is not the case at all. Some of my favorite sandwiches are definitely veggie. So we're going to cook this just for a few more minutes, get that zucchini soft, and then we're going to show you what we're going to do. It's time to build our sandwich. So we just opened up an avocado. Paul took the pit out. Now we're going to add about a teaspoon or so of olive oil to that, and we are going to mash that all together. So I have 2 of my sourdough homemade ciabatta rolls. Look at how beautiful these came out. I will link the recipe down below if those of you who have some sourdough you'd like to use up. By all means, this was a great recipe. Now I'm just spreading on the avocado. Now in this pan, I have our vegetables on one side, and I also sauteed the broccoli rabe we bought the other day with olive oil, garlic in another pan. Now we are going to layer this. We're going to put the broccoli rabe on the bottom. So good. It's got a little bit of a bitter taste. It's nutty. It is wonderful. We loaded on all those peppers and the zucchini and the onions and the garlic and all that wonderful flavor. And we still have a ton of veggies left over. And then we have some mozzarella that we are going to put like this. We're going to layer slices of mozzarella that we cut on the other side. Now we're going to put it in the oven until that cheese gets nice and melty. This is just vegetable goodness. You could have added mushrooms. You could have done eggplant. You could have done yellow squash. The options are endless. We overstuffed them a little, but I think that is going to be perfect. Now, a sandwich like this is company worthy. Take what you have, elevate it, use it up. Don't let those vegetables go to waste. We are going to enjoy this sandwich right now. It smells delicious. It's all really good ingredients. We wish you bon appetito. Well, that was such a win. And all we encourage you to do is go to your refrigerator, see if there's some vegetables that you can fry up a little bit. with some butter or olive oil and garlic and seasonings, some cheese and condiments. Oh, so delicious. It's very similar to the grilled California sandwich we shared with you several months ago, but this one's even better because you just look through your refrigerator and see what you have and then create a mouth-watering, family-friendly sandwich that everyone will enjoy. We thank you so much for spending this time with us. Now we're going to give you a little clip of an experience we shared with our son and our family just the other evening. We bought these tickets for our son's birthday back in the spring when it was his birthday, but it was for an event that just occurred last weekend. It was a boat trip to Bannerman Island, which is this little island in the middle of the Hudson River, and it is pretty much abandoned. And what we did was we took a boat ride over to this island, and then we were able to explore the island, and we got to see the summer home of the Bannerman family. It was just such an experience, and the views of the Hudson River were just staggering. And then after we had the tour and we got to take pictures, that evening we got to see a viewing of the movie Hocus Pocus, which was so fun. And they had a concession stand and we watched this movie under the stars on this abandoned island in the middle of the Hudson River. So when we talk to you about exchanging items and things for experiences, this is what we're talking about. And the price of the ticket was $40. So it's not like we spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Not at all. Our son loved it. My brother and his family joined us. They loved it. What a wonderful memory we have. So we are going to close with this little clip. We ask that you please give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Come on in and be part of our family. We ask you to be well. We ask you to be safe. And above all, we wish you blessings. Until our next video, may God greatly bless you.